light. Looks like we have from maybe Lovelady southward some scattered rain showers. But the heaviest of the rain has been over towards Salem and over towards Gloucester County, where widespread flooding has been ongoing. So there is going to be a very difficult night for some locations in the southwest corner of New Jersey. So these storms could develop, and they will just sit in one area and just rain themselves out. So if there is going to be some rain, we'll have to worry about some flooding through the overnight hours. Scattered showers for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'll have another update coming up in the next 10 minutes, and that's a look at your News 12 New Jersey weather on the ones.
Dave, thank you. Tragic day in Troutdale, Oregon today, where a school shooting has left 2 students dead and a teacher wounded. Police say that a student gunman opened fire right around 8 this morning at Reynolds High School, just outside of Portland. The school was immediately evacuated. Officials believe the shooter turned the rifle on himself after the attack. Authorities continue to safely reconnect students with their parents. A fatal shooting in Jersey City has left 2 men dead and a suspect on the loose. Prosecutors say Jamal Cooks and Sean Spencer have died from injuries in a shooting on Van Nostrand Avenue. The 21 and 22-year-olds were found with gunshot wounds when police responded to reports of gunfire right around 11:45 last night. Officials believe that the men were shot while inside a vehicle. No arrests have been made. Meanwhile, a drive-by shooting in Patterson leaves 6 people wounded. Police say that shots were fired at a crowd last night right around 10:30 near the intersection of Rosa Parks Boulevard and Godwin Avenue. The victims were taken to the hospital and are now in stable condition. Anyone with information about the incident is asked to contact police. A nurse from Hillside accused of scalding a little girl with special needs and leaving her in critical condition is charged with aggravated assault. Police say that the woman placed the 2-year-old in extremely hot water in a bathtub. The toddler remains in the hospital with 3rd-degree burns to her lower extremities. News 12 New Jersey's John Kleekamp will have a full interview with the little girl's mother coming up later this evening. A surveillance video may play a part in helping to capture the gunman who police say shot a gas station attendant in Bergen County last night. The suspect approached the man who was working at the Delta gas station on the corner of Route 46 and Main Street. He demanded money, then pulled out a black handgun and fired 1 shot into the victim's abdomen. He then fled with hundreds of dollars. The employee was rushed to the hospital and taken into surgery, and we will have much more in his condition as soon as we get it. And this evening, we're hearing the 911 calls following the crash that put comedian Tracy Morgan into critical but stable condition.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Expected to be rain tomorrow. Investigators say that he went without sleep for more than 24 hours before slamming into Morgan's limo bus in the northbound lanes of the turnpike near Cranberry Township early Saturday morning. Morgan's comedy writer was killed in the crash. A 3rd person was also seriously hurt. Residents in Bogota are sounding off about, well, the town's fire sirens. Wow. All right. They say the town's 2 sirens wake them up at night. Bogota has been using these sirens for decades to alert the volunteer firefighters and EMTs when there is an emergency. But neighbors want to know why the alarms can't be silenced during the overnight hours.
The horn goes off in the middle of the night. You know, it's kind of loud. And I just think that it should be silenced from 10 to 8 o'clock in the morning.
Bogota's fire chief says back in 2012, the town tried silencing the sirens during overnight hours, but only about half of the firefighters were responding to emergencies, so they turned them back on. A suspected shark attack sent a Delaware teen to the hospital with a gash on his left forearm. Now, the teen says that he was standing in 5 feet of water when he felt something grab his arm. He used his other arm to get the shark off of him. Several state beaches are now closed as officials monitor the water. This is Delaware's first recorded shark attack ever. Only on News 12 started as a routine dog walk for a Toms River father and mechanic, but ended with him using his high school wrestling moves on a suspected burglar inside his car. 56-year-old Thomas Perkowski Sr. says that he spotted a light on inside his Hyundai Elantra right around 3 a.m. on Monday. A 300-pound former wrestler for Roselle Catholic High School confronted the suspect inside and wrestled him inside the car, not letting him go until police arrived.
Buried my forearm into his neck. I says, just relax. The cops are on their way. Stop fighting me. So, you're not going anywhere.
A 28-year-old William Saul of Toms River is charged with possession of burglary tools, burglary, and theft. Police say that he told them that he was just looking for a place to sleep. Now, some property owners in Somerset County are stuck. They can't sell their land or build on it. It's already cost one man $130,000 and counting. So what's the problem? Kane in your corner investigates. Could driving around the Garden State be contributing to your stress? I think we all know the answer to that one. According to a new poll, it is. The details when we come back.
Hey, Asbury, stay tuned. Your news continues right here on News 12 New Jersey.
Plymouth Rock Assurance, a better way to do car insurance. Learn more and get a free rate quote at PlymouthRockNJ.com.
Know that chasing performance can mean lower returns and fewer choices in retirement.
Know that proper allocation could help increase returns so you can enjoy that second home.
12 New Jersey Weather Center with an update to the possible, flooding rains that could unleash on some locations here in New Jersey. The problem is that we have a widely scattered, very soupy atmosphere, a soupy atmosphere that is leading to some widely scattered, slow-moving storms. The slow-moving nature to the systems are going to lead to the possibility of some flooding. We're already starting to see some of that heavier rain coming down the Route 72 corridor here already over towards Loveladies and Harvey Cedars, Waretown and Stafford Township, seeing some significant rain, as is Gloucester and Salem counties, where there is an ongoing flash flood warning through this evening. They've picked up well over 2 inches of rain in some locations. Other reporting areas really haven't seen that much rain, but all of that rain continuing to come down from the southwest corner and extending eastward through Route 72 over towards Long Beach Island. Overnight tonight, there is the risk of a shower or thunderstorm that could lead to some localized flooding. Overnight lows very, very warm and sultry, with overnight lows dropping down into the middle and upper 60s. I'll have another update coming up in the next 10 minutes. Right now, Eric, we'll send it back over to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. Property owners stuck in limbo for nearly a decade. Kane in your corner investigates why an affordable housing plan is hurting some New Jersey residents. And the Knicks welcome their new coach. The affordable housing project in Franklin Township is costing some property owners a huge chunk of their savings, their life savings. Is the town doing enough to protect them? Walt Kane's in your corner with an investigation you will see only on News 12 New Jersey. Walt?
Well, Eric, imagine paying a mortgage and property taxes on land you can't use because your town decided it has big plans for it. Years go by, you're out $50,000, then $100,000, and this is money you'll never get back. But when you ask, when is someone buying my land, you're told, later. Can you imagine how angry you'd be? Now you know what it's like for the man you're about to meet. What is it that has you so upset?
Upset because all the time and the money. I can't even talk.
This piece of land on Route 27 was Essam Abozid's dream. He hoped to build 4 stores here.
I thought this is a good thing for my family and a dream for my kids, my future.
After discussing the plans with Franklin Township, Abozid hired an architect to draw up the project.
It's going to be the parking lot over here, this area, and this is the way in and out.
Turns out Franklin Township had other plans. It included his lot in an affordable housing redevelopment plan. It said it would be turned over to a developer, Leewood NJ.
My reaction, I was numb.
But 8 years later, the developer has still not made an offer to buy the land. In that time, Abozid has paid $81,000 in interest, $51,000 in property taxes, $132,000 he'll never get back for land he'll never use. The first phase of the project down the road is complete, but Abozid's lot is in phase 3, and that's at least a year away from starting.
So I have to accept the decision. Okay, I accept it. But why didn't buy it? You want the property. Why didn't buy the property?
Why do Abozid and other property owners have no rights? Turns out Franklin Township never gave Leewood any kind of deadline to buy property or even finish the project. The contract says work has to be substantially complete 4.5 years after construction starts, but it never said when construction has to start. Leewood signed the contract in 2006. It didn't break ground for another 5 years.
I have no control of property that I own.
I asked the Franklin Township Redevelopment Authority why it hadn't done more to protect property owners like Abozid. The executive director declined to be interviewed on camera. In a written statement, he said, the severe economic downturn, which started in 2008, resulted in dramatic reductions in financing. Had there been more financing available, he said, Leewood would have surely proceeded at a much faster pace. But for Essam Abozid, that's little consolation. Does it feel like nobody cares?
Yeah, nobody cares, and they just, they don't care about small people,
Now, we spoke to several redevelopment experts. All of them say the contract Franklin Township signed was unusually bad. Normally, these projects have much clearer timelines, and that's not just to protect property owners, it also protects the town. After all, having land just sitting around vacant doesn't help them either. Do you know something I need to investigate? Call me at 732-738-KANE or email kaneinyourcorner@news12.com or find me on Facebook at Kane in Your Corner.
And Walt, a moment ago you were talking about the different fees and the property taxes that were paid.
Right.
This is also problematic for him, correct?
Yeah, because he was paying about $8,000 in property taxes a year at its height. Now he's down to about $4,500. Now you'd say that's good news.
Normally.
But that's because the assessed value, the value of the land is down. Well, now he's about to, hopefully in the next couple of years, be made an offer to buy the land, and the land is now worth less than it was a year ago.
All right. Well, okay. Thanks, Walt. The New York Knicks welcome Derek Fisher as their new head coach.